Do you know the EFF leader? The EFF leader, the one and only Malema of South Africa. So some few days ago, he has been talking, he has been very vocal when it comes to matters Africa. And one of the things that stood out is he wants President of Uganda, Museveni, to step down. Why? Because Museveni has been in power for too long. And there is no real development that is being seen. So the EFF leader is talking about Museveni to step down, and he's also talking about matters concerning Africa. And one of the things that he's talking about is about Traoré, because you can remember that a few days ago, President Traoré has banned all political parties in Burkina Faso. So according to Malema, this one is not okay. So let's just have a look at the video on what he's saying about President Museveni. Then when we come back, we can talk more about his view in relations to matters Africa and relations to matters Uganda.
So you just said to us, we can't choose Bobi Wine, but you never said anything about Museveni. Whether we must choose Museveni over Bobi Wine. Because Museveni must go. The immediate thing is that Museveni must go. He has been there for too long. And he suppresses people. And he rigs elections. And he beats up people who don't support him. He must go. On that one we must agree. Whether Bobi Wine is a good alternative or not, it's a matter of debate. But as a principle, Museveni must go. He overstayed and he's suppressing people who want to express themselves. There might be better people in Uganda who are unable to express themselves because of fear that is instilled in them by Museveni.
So if I am to meet Museveni, the only thing that I'll ask him is, why did he lie? Why did he lie? Because in his book, The Mustard Seed, President Museveni states clearly that the main problem with Africa is government leaders or presidents who refuse or who do not want to willingly leave power. Now, remember, that was way back before even he became the president of Uganda. So, according to his book, he's saying that the main problem with African leaders is their refusal to leave power willingly. Now, he is in power. What is he doing? The same thing that he was speaking about in his book, he is literally doing it by himself. And you see, that is the problem with African leaders. Honestly, that is the problem with African leaders. All of them, with no exception, unless for the few African leaders who are willing to leave power democratically. So we have presidents like Paul Biya. The man is literally sick. France is in control of Cameroon. President Biya is literally sick. More than 90 years old. But he's still clinging to power. Also, we have the president of Central African Republic. That is President Mathias Nguema. If I'm not wrong. Nguema has been vocal when it comes to democracy, but he himself is not practicing democracy. If you go to Central African Republic, it's chaos. Go to the Congo, not DRC Congo, but the Republic of Congo. We have President Sassou Nguesso. He is very old. He has been in power for too long, but is not willing to leave power. So that is just part of the examples of African leaders who are clinging into power, basically to benefit themselves, not even to benefit their countries. And that is what the EFF leader, Malema is talking about that. So he's pinpointing President Museveni, of which what he's saying is happening all over Africa. So it's not Museveni alone. We have a list of African leaders who are clinging into power, who are not willingly to leave power. So we as Africans should unite, number one. Number two, we have also to know what we want. You see, the problem with Africans is they lack knowledge of what exactly do they want. Africans are people, except for the few. But at the same time, I also don't blame them. It's the system itself. The system that doesn't even allow them to think. So that is part of an African problem. We clearly don't know what we want. And as long as we clearly don't know what we want, then we will always be led by these people who don't want to leave power. And you see, it will be good if they don't want to leave power and they are making serious developments in our countries, but they don't. They don't. Most of these African leaders who are clinging into power, they are not making any development. Trust you me, visit those countries that I've just mentioned. Very underdeveloped. But presidents have been there for more than 30 years and they are not willing to leave power. That is part of an African problem that we have to settle, we as Africans. Africa in Africa and Africa in the diaspora. We have to talk about it. And it's my contribution. You see, for me, I'm talking about it and this is my contribution. I'm enlightening so many youth who don't know these things. So thank you for staying up. Stay tuned again. We meet next time. Africa will be great. Africa must be great.